my decisions were guided or constrained by the arrival of my second child and his disability, and I made compromises in accordance with that. What I now also realise is that I was not entirely facing up to that. I've been using work as a way to run away from that, to run away from him. Because if I could lose myself in work, then I might make his life better. But that was masking a deep grief that I couldn't fix his problems, because as a maker and a fixer, I like to fix and put things right. So, and another layer of honesty, which I've hinted at in some videos, is I have not too long ago finally had a diagnosis of Asperger's, which has been relabeled as high functioning autism. And this has made sense of a lot of things in my life. It's been helpful for myself and my wife, but it's also had a bit of a feeling of a life sentence, because things that for years I've been sort of working to improve in myself now feel like they are a fixed part of me. And again, something that I have maybe worked to avoid. And in working to try and fix those things and to try and be the organised manager that I feel I need to be to have a proper business, I've worn myself out. And so this time for me of getting away is, I realised about halfway through it, largely a time of working out whether I can accept reality. Can I accept Isaac's disability? And part of my status and identity now as the father of a long-term disabled child, can I truly accept that and be at peace with it? Because that's the real question. Not always be striving to fix it. Can I accept myself as having certain fixed limitations, which do also have on their flip side strengths which have enabled me to create highly detailed videos about hinges and gain an audience or fix a problem at work? Can I accept myself as a unique soul and harness the good and stop trying to fix the bad? And so as I move on from here, I don't have it all figured out, and I think part of acceptance is saying I probably will overdo it again. I probably will over obsess about certain things, but I'm going to do my best to put in place people who can be stronger where I'm weak. I'm going to keep making certain compromises. For example, the big one at the moment is that although I could make theoretically more profit doing bespoke work, I have chosen to push the trade services because it suits me to be able to delegate something that is more fully systemized, doesn't need a design visit, and is on the whole lower risk. That's more what I want from my business now than the absolute maximum profit. And so how can I keep my heart in it and not burn out again on doing things that don't fit with my passions? Well, for me, the next step of the journey, I think, is delegation. So fully allowing others to run those things that I don't enjoy or I'm not good at or stress me out, and then carving out the time to get back to the things that I love without the weight of the business resting on my shoulders while I try them out. That's been the problem before. I take on an experimental job and the workshop grinds to a halt as my time is taken up trying to figure this thing out, and that's the real creativity killer. So yeah, the way forward for me is acceptance, being who I am, in all its imperfections, finding the best workarounds, going easy on myself when I get it wrong, and trying to navigate a course back to a working life that gives me joy, passion and energy, but that I can also turn off to go be with my family, go hiking and get some balance.